Hey students, I welcome you all on the amazing platform of learning, which is Edvironment. I hope you all doing good. So our today's topic is, already we have completed about the Himalayas. So as I ask you to find this, Purvanchal is the region of eastern Uttar Pradesh, and it is actually a geographical location where it is covering various districts, whereas there is a separate demand for formation of Purvanchal. Okay, that is not the part of discussion. But when it comes to Patka Hills, it is the part of Arunachal Pradesh. And Naga Hills, obviously you can find out it is Nagaland. Manipuri Hills are in Manipur. And one more thing is, the Patka Hills are forming border of India and Myanmar, or also known as Burma. Okay, so up to here it is clear to everyone that Purvanchal is eastern Uttar Pradesh, eastern UP, Patka is Arunachal Pradesh, Naga is Nagaland, Manipuri is Manipur. Now coming to the next part, which is about Indo-Gangetic Plains. So this is the important part of the lesson is, as I told you, when the Indian landmass is formed, around here, it is the form of basin. Yeah, the basin exactly, or the sink also we call. So it is the empty landmass. It is the empty landmass here. Later, when Himalayas are formed, with the help of Himalayas, there is origination of various perennial rivers. And by the flow of perennial rivers, the sediment and the pebbles are stored in the areas in the basins, and later the basins took the form of plains. So, majorly the plains are formed with Indus River and Ganga River. Hence the name, it is Indo-Gangetic Plains, in the sense the rivers which are flowing from Himalayas, such as Indus and Ganga, they formed the plains. So it is known as Indo-Gangetic Plains. Now so not only Indus and Ganga, but also Brahmaputra, three of these rivers together, they formed Indo-Gangetic Plains. So I hope it is clear to everyone now what is Indo-Gangetic Plains. It is nothing but the formation of plains in the north and northeastern region of India, where when the rivers are flowing from the Himalayan region and they've carried some pebbles and sedimentary rocks along with them, and the deposition of the material, the gravel or the matter in the particular sink, it is took the form of plains. So the plains whichever formed by the three rivers, it is known as Indo-Gangetic Plains. And even Brahmaputra is also part of this formation. Brahmaputra is also part of the formation. Now, moving to the next part, Indo-Gangetic Plains consist of three broad divisions. So what are the broad divisions? The one is western part, the second is central part, and the third is eastern part. And this is also formation by rivers only. When it comes to western part, it is most probably with the help of Indus River. When it comes to central part, it is most probably with the help of Ganga River. When it comes to the eastern part, it is most probably with the help of Brahmaputra River. So as we have discussed here, the interaction of three rivers only lead to the formation of Indo-Gangetic Plains. So based on the flow of rivers in their region, in the particular region, we divided Indo-Gangetic Plains into three. That is western part, central part, and eastern part. So this is how three different regions are formed when the flow of three different rivers were carried out. As I told you, this is just a formation of basins when there is not much more to discuss about this, but it is very important part because here whenever the examiner is trying to ask you, he might be asking the tributaries of these rivers. So tributaries in the sense the rivers which are joining into the large rivers, such as if you take the example of western part, how the western part is formed. As I told you, it is formed with the help of Indus. It is formed with the help of Indus and its tributaries. And when it comes to tributaries, it is Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Sutlej. So these are the five important tributaries of the western part of plains. You have to remember very clearly, so that when it comes to Indus, you have to keep in mind that children's, it is helping into formation of western part and along with the tributaries such as Jhelum, Chenab, Ravi, Beas and Sutlej. So these these five rivers will help to form the Indus. Will help to form the western plains or the western part of plains along with the help of Indus. When it comes to Indus and Sutlej, both are originating in the region of Himalayas. So as you come down here, you will be observed here. Most of the Indus River basin is located in Pakistan, leaving minor portion in Punjab and Haryana. So it might be clear to you that most of the region of Pakistan, it is receiving or flooded by the Indus River, and even Punjab and Haryana are plains in India. In this region, doab feature is dominated. What is doab? Doab is nothing but, I told you that this section or this particular part will be covering on based probably on keywords. So this is very important, you have to keep in mind. Doab is nothing but a fertile land between two different rivers. So whatever the fertile land is there here between the flow of two different rivers, so here this land is known as doab, and this is a very fertile land. As you try to compare, you may have learnt in your 6th or 7th classes by the formation of deltas, and you know deltas are very fertile land, and deltas are also formed by the splitting of river only, but it is with the help of one river only. Whereas it comes to doabs are formed by the two rivers, whereas it is the land area between the two rivers. When two rivers are flowing side by side and there is area or the land between two different rivers, that region is known as doab. So it is clear to everyone, I hope. Next, if you move towards the central part, as I told you, central part is formed by the river Ganga. It is extended, so as I told you, it is very easy to know. And before that, let me draw something so that to tell you again very clearly. Okay, so no need to laugh at the map. Okay, as I tried it to draw properly, but I could not. Okay, let it be. So as our discussion is about the central part, eastern part, so this region is probably covered by or flooded by Indus River, and eastern part is flooded by Brahmaputra River, or the plains of eastern are formed by Brahmaputra River. So when it comes to west part, it is formed by Indus River. When it comes to central part, it is formed by Ganga River. When it comes to eastern part, it is formed by Brahmaputra River. Now moving to the main. Okay, as you can observe here now about the central part formation. So if you focus on here, the central part is known as the Ganga plains. When it is extended from the rivers of Ghaggar to Teesta, it means these are the tributaries of Ganga. As I told you, tributaries are nothing but, let's say if Ganga river is flowing from here, from Himalayas, and if one more river is adding by this side, if one more river is adding by this side, if one more river is adding by this side, if one more river is adding by this side. So whatever the small rivers are there, they are adding here, or small flow of water, we call these small rivers as tributaries. What we call tributaries. So these tributaries only merge into the large rivers and they help to form the central part or the central plains. I hope this is clear to everyone now. Let us move to the main part of discussion, where this is the part mainly spread in the state of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and in Haryana, Jharkhand and West Bengal. So there are rivers such as Ganga, Yamuna and Kosi, Son. So these are the tributaries. These are the tributaries, from Yamuna, Son, Kosi and even Betwa, Teesta. So these are all part of the Ganga river, or these are all tributaries of Ganga river. As I told you, what are tributaries? Tributaries is nothing but a small flow of water which is joining into the large river. Now coming to the western part is also very important. Okay, look at here. It is mostly Brahmaputra valley exists in Assam, and the river Brahmaputra is mainly responsible for the formation of eastern plains. Now coming to here, Himalayan rivers while flowing down deposit gravel. As I told you in the beginning when we are starting about formation of plains, when Himalayan rivers are flowing downside from the Himalayas, let's say if I draw from here, so if let's say these are Himalayas, and if the rivers are flowing downside from the Himalayas, what they'll do, they'll carry some sedimentary rocks and pebbles along with them, and that sedimentary rocks and pebbles, they are deposited in the plains. Now Himalayan rivers while flowing down deposit gravel and pebble sediments in a narrow belt of 8 to 16 kilometer width found parallel to foothill of Shivaliks. So as I told you, Shivaliks are foothill Himalayas or lower Himalayas. As I told you, first greater Himalayas, middle Himalayas and lower Himalayas. So in the foothill of Himalayas, in the foothill of Shivalik, what they'll do, the Himalayan rivers, they will deposit all the sedimentary rocks and pebbles in the foothill of Himalayas at the width of 8 to 16 kilometers. So this is the width of depositing. Now found in the parallel to, so whatever the Shivaliks are there, with parallelly, so parallel in the sense along with that they will deposit, and the width of this deposition is around 8 to 16 kilometers. And these feature of deposition of the sedimentary rocks. So one more keyword here you need to focus. This deposition is known as beta. This is Bhabar. So you can see here, this is Bhabar. So the deposition of sedimentary rocks and pebbles with the help of Himalayas in the foothill of Shivalik, it is known as Bhabar. So you can see here, Bhabar is porous in nature. Small rivers and streams flow underground through Bhabar and reappear in lower areas and form swampy and marshy region called Terai. So you can see one more thing here. Up to now we completed 2 or 3 important keywords. One is Doab and another is Bhabar and another is Terai. So Doab already we have discussed. Doab is nothing but a fertile land between 2 different rivers. And what is Bhabar? Bhabar is nothing but deposition of sedimentation and rocks at the foothill of Himalayas or the Shivaliks. And Terai is swampy and marshy land, as it is mentioned here. Swampy and marshy region is called Terai. So this is what the very important feature of eastern region. And when it comes to Terai, so you can find here the thick region had thick forest and rich variety of wildlife. However, owing to migration at the time of India's partition, most of the Terai zone has now been cleared and used for agricultural operations. So here fine alluvial plains are found towards the south of the Terai region. So whatever the south of the Terai region is there, to the south of this alluvial plain regions are found towards the south of Terai region. So this alluvial is nothing but again a fertile land. Fertile land in the sense it is the land which is very helpful for the agriculture. You can go various crops here. So this is what about Indo-Gangetic plains. As we come to the next class, we will be discussing about western plains. We will be discussing about Peninsular Plateau. So be prepared for the next class. Whatever the important features are there in the western plains, you need to be note down that, and in the next class we might be taking only the last lecture, I hope so.